back to a little piece I haven't farmed. And it's about first part of November of 2022. And it's starting to get cold, and they're saying that it could possibly freeze and maybe even snow next week. So I'm going to go ahead and dig up our peppers and put them in the greenhouse and overwinter them like I do every year. Some of these peppers, like back here, is about 3 years old. After you dig them up, you could cut half of the branching down and thin them out a little bit, or leave them like it is. I mean, it's up to you. So, but I'm just going to go ahead and dig them up and put them in the pot, and then decide later if I want to prune them down or let them keep growing in the greenhouse and get more peppers during the winter. So anyway, just get some of these dug up. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get a bigger pot. So I just put a little bit of soil on the bottom of it. On this one here, I'm going to go ahead and prune a couple of these lower ones off. Some of these leaves, like, it's probably got left out there too long because it has been pretty cold lately. You can see some of the rot starting to form. I'm going to go ahead and get that removed. Go ahead and take him out. Take that one off, remove him. You know, it's got some bad spots up there. All right, remove some of these. I think I'm just going to go ahead and prune this one up. I don't know if you could tell, there's already some new growth starting despite these cold temperatures. What I'm doing is like to thin them out a little bit too. Give it more room for the peppers to form. Okay, now you could prune it all up like that if you like, or you could leave all that on there. There's a couple here I got to get out. It's cross branching. Okay, we'll stick that in the pot. That's the name of it. Marriott or something like that. There he is. I'll get the rest of these dug up and potted, and then we'll take them to the greenhouse. There you go. This one here is a flamingo pepper. We planted it in 2020. So this pepper here, I'd say it's about 3 years old. They grew in the 2020 season, 21 season, and the 2022 season. So we had 3 seasons out of them. Okay, I'm back again. I went in the house and got me some gloves. It's pretty cold out here. I went and checked the temperature and it says it's 35 degrees out. Look at the size of that flamingo pepper. It's 3 years old. The size of little trunks on there. Okay, got the peppers in the greenhouse. Now once I get my big greenhouse I've been building this year heater installed, I'll move these peppers in there, because you really don't want these peppers crowded, or any plants crowded like that. It's a good way to get mold and fungus and some other diseases. Anyway, I keep this greenhouse heated about above 40, between 40 and 45 degrees. It's just to prevent it from freezing. I'm not trying to get things to grow and all that stuff, even though it will grow and it will set flowers and it will put on peppers. But that really isn't my goal at this time. In the big greenhouse, that might be a different story. You might try to actually purposely try to grow them, but even at that, we won't keep it really warm in there either. So it's just mainly to keep them from freezing. So anyhow, that's all I got for how I overwinter my peppers. If you want to hang out a little further, I could take you around the garden and see what I got ready to harvest here and what's still growing. And here are tomatoes. As you see, the rain and the cool weather pretty much did a number on them. But you know, I still got a lot of tomatoes on there that I could harvest, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and harvest them today, seeing how we're expecting some freezing weather coming. And I'm not too sure about the solid green ones. If there are some big ones in there, we might harvest those. But I'm mainly after the ones that are ripe right now, so we get them preserved, and maybe come back out later and get the green ones. In this bed here, I've got a mixture of beets, kohlrabi, parsnips, and turnips, and black Spanish radish. Here's a good example of a black Spanish radish that's ready to harvest. And all that stuff will survive through the winter here. And here's my carrots, and these will also survive through the winter. So I just leave them out here, come out here and harvest them as needed. Of course, once it freezes, those nasturtium plants will die down, then I gotta pull them all out. And here's my sweet potato vine here. Once it freezes, I could harvest those. That's a black cherry tomato plant being taken over by an nasturtium. And over here I've got some lettuce and Swiss chard, perpetual spinach. Right now I've got a problem with slugs eating on those, so I gotta somehow get that managed, taken care of. But that'll grow all through the winter. The lettuce here will also grow through the winter, to my surprise, because where I used to live, once it freezes, that'd be the end of it. But maybe it's something to do with the raised bed being tall and the plants are down low inside. I don't know. Anyhow, over there I've got some Swiss chard, rainbow variety. And here's some cauliflower that I planted last year, late winter, very early spring, that I harvested in the spring. I let it grow, and I'm harvesting here in the fall now. A nice size head there. Got a really nice head there, really nice clean. You bend over the leaf on top of it to keep the sun off it, then it won't burn them or scorch them. So I might just let this grow all winter and see if I get a third harvest come spring. And of course I've got a couple of zucchinis in here I better harvest before it freezes. I've got a lot of eggplant there. I might have to harvest some of those. I think we grew too many of those. There's only 2 of us eating on them. And I still got potatoes in the bucket. There's my celery, doing quite well. Eventually I'm going to have to get these all pulled out and get them preserved. And over here is a bed of more sweet potatoes. And over here I've got some peas. And they're ready to harvest. So I'm going to get those all harvested up too before it freezes and wipes them out. And I got some radishes in there still. Asparagus. Well, anyway, that's all I got for today's video. And thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.